welcome. This workshop is from us at Notable Themes. I'm John Meese. I'm here with Thomas McGee, and we're the co-founders of Notable Themes, and we're here to present to you a live demo of what Tribe Theme can do on a WordPress website. So you're going to get a look at some examples of how it's already been used right now, as well as what you can do within the back end of WordPress, and we're going to answer all your questions. It's stay to the end because there's actually also, we're put together something we're calling the Tribe Theme Bundle that we're going to present an exclusive limited time offer right now for those of you guys that are with us live if you're interested in getting started and trying Tribe Theme out yourself. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and go into the presentation here, and I'm excited to dig in. Okay, so a little overview first on who we are. So we are Notable Themes, and we exist specifically because Thomas and I have both been involved in the WordPress world for a little while, and we've seen a lot of the WordPress themes out there, and both been fascinated with the power that WordPress themes bring to the market. I mean, you have the ability with WordPress to create a template, which is what a WordPress theme is, that someone can install on their website and be ready to go with all the features and templates and settings available instead of having to create a website from scratch every time. So that's really powerful. I mean, that's huge. You got to think about the amount of technology that would have taken to do even 10, 15 years ago, let alone 5 years ago. We've come a long way, and WordPress is a great ecospace for that. However, that said, a lot of WordPress theme companies create what they call multi-purpose themes. And multi-purpose themes are generally, they're designed to be super flexible, so it can do whatever you want. It can be an e-commerce store, or it could be a blog, or it could be kind of like a one-page about thing. But there's a problem with that. Whenever you create a theme or a template that's designed to do pretty much anything, what that means is it's not very good at doing any one of those things. And that's where Notable Themes was born. Thomas and I started talking about it, and we realized that there's this gap in the world right now. There's a gap in the WordPress space where there's not enough niche-specific WordPress themes. And Tribe Theme is one of those themes. And what that means is this is a theme that was created, and all our products and Notable Themes were created with one audience in mind. And that audience has one goal and purpose. And the entire theme is designed to make it really easy to execute on that goal. So, a couple notes on us. We're two co-founders who've been working on this thing on the side for a while, and Notable Themes continue to grow, and we're excited about that. We both have had our own businesses in the online space for a while. I blog at johnmeese.me, and I teach people about mastering the elements of online business. So helping new entrepreneurs start and grow their business online. That's something I love doing. I have a lot of experience with online education, creating tutorials, creating courses, and all that you can see over my blog at johnmeese.me. And then Thomas, his experience all comes from the perspective of being a designer and a developer. So creating websites or book covers or logos, all kinds of really just intricate, detailed design projects that he's done with clients for nearly a decade at this point. And throughout all of that, he's worked with hundreds of clients, and as those have become more and more web-focused, that's where Thomas more and more saw the need for those WordPress themes, for those templates that someone could start with, someone could work with, and they could go from there. So Thomas reached out to me because he saw some of the stuff I was doing in my blog for marketing, and the fact that I have some experience with creating a really phenomenal customer experience for people, both on the front end while they're just learning about the product, as well as the back end once they've actually become a customer. And so Thomas and I started talking about it and realized that we had an opportunity here for a really strategic partnership, because Thomas is the most talented designer and web developer that I know. And I'm not just saying that because I know he's watching the call live right now. I'm also saying that because I have hired him and I have paid him for a number of different projects before we were partners. So with that in mind, we decided to work together and create what is today Notable Themes. Now, we've created some of our own products, themes, and plugins that we offer to our own audiences as well as you people that are here, but then we also have begun the steps of rolling out what we call our Signature Series program. So then the first part of our Signature Series program was we started talking to Jeff Goins. Now, those of you guys that are here, you know Jeff Goins probably doesn't really need an introduction, but I'm still going to give a brief overview. Jeff Goins has an incredibly popular blog at goinswriter.com. He is the author of 4 incredibly popular books, the most recent being a national bestseller on almost every list. And he's done this while he had a day job working a nonprofit. He grew his blog on the side to the point where he was able to be a writer full-time, to sell courses, to sell books, to write blog posts, and to coach other writers. And he has a passion for writing. So Jeff Goins, a number of years ago when he first started his blog, he had a designer put together a theme for his blog that he called Tribe Theme. And it's designed to make your website look very simple, very easy to use. Now, one thing that he ran across in that was the fact that there's a lot of technical stuff when you're working on a theme. So I want to go around and show you some of the ways that Jeff Goins is using Tribe Theme on his own website. So if you go to goinswriter.com, you can see all of this live. But you'll see here that it's a very simple, clean, clear theme. It's designed to make text the focus because this is designed for writers, people who really just want to write, get their text out there, to have control of their work, and to build something from that. So this is Jeff Goins' About page. So you can see here as you scroll down, it's just meant to be simple and clear cut. And it's a beautiful theme, and many people, we now have actually over 300 people already using Tribe Theme. However, Jeff ran into an issue where as his company grew and as his staff grew, he realized they were really good at serving writers and helping writers learn to write better and learn to write more and get their writing out there. And the more questions he got about support things related to the WordPress theme, like how do I update this widget or how do I make this tweak on my menu, the more they got derailed from the writing focus. So we approached Jeff Goins and said, hey, I think we have another opportunity for another strategic partnership here, and that's what we've done. Is we've said we want to take Tribe Theme, we want to sell it to the masses, and we want to help you guys see how powerful this theme is. And in the process, we will focus on what we do best, which is online education and design and development around really technical things that we can simplify. So we want to take this complex topic of WordPress, which is, I mean, it's a vast topic, and we want to simplify that as much as possible to make it easy for you, someone who wants to write and get your writing out there, doesn't want to worry about all the technical stuff, to be able to do that in peace. So that's what we've done by taking over Tribe Theme. So this is the first time, what you guys are watching right now, Tribe Theme is just now for sale for the first time in a long time. Jeff Goins has offered it for small pockets of time, an open registration for a few days and say, okay, we'll let a couple more people in to use the theme. But they weren't able to scale. So now we're ready to share this with a wider audience, which is why you guys are here. So I want to give you a quick overview of some of the stuff on Tribe Theme. You'll see on the front end, like I mentioned, very simple, clear-cut design. You've got a logo, you've got very big, bold text. You can have beautifully designed images, bullet points, email forms, testimonials. This is his About page, but let's go over to the blog page. You can see what that looks like too. So you'll see here you've got a sidebar that prominently features social media icons as well as an email opt-in to get people on your list. And then you've got a lot of customization about what can be in your sidebar. And here you've got very clear snippets, summaries of your latest content with a very big read more button saying, here's my content, here's the title, here's the content, here's a little preview of the image. And people can click in to read more, to learn more about that blog post itself. Now, once again, within each post, you'll see that it's very clean, it's very simple, it's focused on the text. There may be some images in here, but the focus is on using the images to highlight the text further. So Jeff Goins right now uses this theme to also promote a number of different free opt-ins he has right here to build his email list, to continue to grow his business, and to make a living from his work. And we're going to go and talk about the back end of WordPress because it's great to look at this stuff. I'm sure if you guys are fans of Jeff Goins, you've seen all this before. I haven't shown you anything new yet. But what I want to show you is the back end of Tribe Theme and how easy it is to use this product. So we've created a demo site specifically for this purpose, where we created a new WordPress website, installed Tribe Theme, and we've done no customization up to this point other than putting a couple API keys to do things like update the license. So we're at the very basics here. We haven't actually added any of the settings. And if you were to look at the front end of this website, it's pretty basic. But in this demo, I want to walk you through these settings and show you how easy it is to set up. So in the back end of WordPress, if you're using Tribe Theme, you'll see there's actually a menu here called Tribe. And these theme settings are where most of the magic happens within Tribe Theme itself. So right here at the top, you'll notice that you have a number of different options for saying, okay, what do I want my headline font to be? What do I want my body font to be? And you see a preview right here of what this looks like. So if you want to switch this around, you don't have to guess. You don't have to save it and go to the front end of your website. You can actually see right there what your website will look like with sample text. So down here, there's defaults that are built in that work very well, but you have the option to change the color very simply without having to mess with custom CSS or code or HTML at all. You can go in here and customize a number of different options. So let's say, for example, that you want links on your website to be a different color. Well, click this, and you can either select one of the predefined colors here simply by clicking on these palettes, or you can drag the icon around to find a color that you like, make it lighter or darker, or right here you can type in what's called the hex code for a number to pick that specific number, to pick a very specific color and then copy that across your website. Okay, so that works the same for each of these. It's very simple to use. So for the header background color, this is what actually appears behind either the text, I'll show you in the front end. That's what appears here, either behind the text or image you have along the header of your website. So let's go ahead and just make this red so you can see an example of what this looks like on the website itself. We'll leave the rest of this unchanged, and then I'm going to change this back to red. And we're going to go down here and look at our other options. You can control the button color, which is the Read More button, as well as other buttons across the website. The sticky bar is something really cool we'll come back to that allows you to promote different kinds of promotions you have going on your website. And we're going to go down here to change. This is the first major setting you probably want to change once you have a header image. So by default, you can make this really easy and just say, okay, well, the header right along the top is just text. So that means you don't have to get anyone to design anything for your website to launch it. This looks good as it is. But let's say you do have an image designed for your header image that you want to use. Well, you would simply go to change the image logo to something that you have uploaded to your website. And I actually did this before we went live, so I have an image here that we can use for the header image. Okay. So we've got a header image here. We can decide where do we want the sidebars to appear. The right-hand sidebar that often has ads or menu items here, we can say, you know what, I don't really want that to appear on a single blog post because I want people to focus on the text. But if they're looking at maybe the archives, which lists a bunch of different blog posts, well then that's a great opportunity to say feature your most popular blog posts. So I'll leave that sidebar there. So here we can even change the button text for at the bottom of each post where it says read more. We can change that to say whatever you want. So if you're using different language or you just want to spice it up a little bit, you can do that here. Add your personality. A number of different settings here for controlling where your featured image appears on each blog post. Whether or not the text at the beginning of your paragraph is larger. And this is actually a really subtle marketing technique you may or may not have noticed on a number of different websites. But a lot of websites will do this. In fact, let's go back over to Jeff Goins. He's probably got this set up. Yeah, if you look at this text and then look at this text, you'll notice the text in the first paragraph is significantly larger. Not large enough that it looks awkward, but large enough that when you first come to this blog post, it's really hard not to read it. You get drawn in. You get sucked into reading that text. And as you do that, once you read the first paragraph, you're very likely to continue reading. So this is a technique you can enable or not on your website. So we'll see here that by default it is enabled for blog posts. And then we can decide whether or not we want our bio to appear at the end of the blog post itself. And then here's another, okay, so the sticky bar. This is something I want to play around with. So let's say we want this to appear on single blog posts. So I'll show you what this looks like in a minute. But we're going to scroll down here and look at some of the other stuff. So you can change what's in your footer. You can copyright or no. You can change the text here and add a little funny joke at the bottom of your website. I mean, whatever you want to do to draw your audience in. You can add your username on Twitter so that when people share a quote from your website, it automatically tags you in that. And you can also integrate this with your mailing lists. So you don't have to integrate it directly with your mailing list to use your mailing list on this with TribeTheme. But TribeTheme works well with whether using ConvertKit or Aweber or MailChimp, or you have lead boxes, lead pages, whatever software you're using. However, it does have a built integration with MailChimp, which does simplify things a little bit. And we're planning to expand some of these integrations later on. So here makes it really easy. Everything's in one place. So right here is where you would add things like your Google Analytics code, any other fancy JavaScript. Sometimes someone will send you some JavaScript for a new app, and they'll say, hey, put this on your website. Well, now you don't have to wonder where to put it. You just put it right here. So let's go back over this real quick. You'll see all the settings are on one page. There's a lot you can customize here. But we've done some basic tweaks. So let's go ahead and click Save Settings, just so we can see what those basic changes look like on the website so far. I'm going to refresh this. You can see our new header image. And there you go. You'll see we've got a header image there with a red background. This is responsive, so it does change sizes based on where you're at the screen. But actually, looking at this, this is too small. So let me go back to those settings and find out what we did wrong here. So looking at the media library, when you select this image, you have options here. There we go. That's what we want. We want the full-size image. We don't want a tiny header image. We want people to be able to read this on any device. So save the settings there. Refresh the front end. And there we go. Much better. So Tribe by Jeff Goins, a Notable Themes Signature Series WordPress theme. So those are some of the basic back-end customizations that you can do. And you saw how easy it was for me to just spice up the design just a little bit. So obviously we don't have a new blog post here yet, right? We have just Hello World, which comes with every WordPress website. We haven't done a lot to the sidebar yet, but we already have a website that's starting to look really professional and make the text, even though all the text is welcome to WordPress, it still looks good. And that's what you want. You want a website that makes it aesthetically pleasing. It makes it so that your writing looks good and that people will want to keep reading because they feel good about it. Okay, so let's talk about some of the other stuff that you can do with TribeTheme. And once again, I'll mention if you guys have any questions while we're doing this, and there's a chat window just beneath the video, live video, make sure you post your questions there, whatever they are, and Thomas, who's the other founder of Notable Themes, but also our developer and WordPress expert, he's there to answer any questions you guys have, and then we will also have some time for live Q&A at the end of the call. All right, so let's talk about for a minute a couple of the things that we can do with TribeTheme. So I mentioned earlier the sticky bar, but I didn't show you what it looks like yet. So we enabled the sticky bar, but next we have to go to our widgets section. Under Appearance and Widgets, you'll find there are a couple different widgets which are specific to TribeTheme. The rest of these are default. They come with any WordPress website. But one of those is this feature box here. So, and we've got another one here that's a social widget that allows you to feature your social media icons like Jeff Goins does in the sidebar on his website. It looks just like this. You just put the link in there and then it looks beautiful. So going back over here though, we've also got a couple different areas you'll see here that are unique. Every WordPress website for the most part has a sidebar, and then sometimes they have footer areas, but there's three that are unique to TribeTheme. There's the end of post area, which naturally appears at the end of all blog posts. There's the feature box, and we'll show about that more on that in a minute. And there's the sticky bar. So here we've got a sticky bar widget right here. We can just say really cool stuff. Am I right? And then let's go ahead and put a link in there. So don't let your eyes gloss over as I'm putting this link here with HTML. This is super easy to do, and actually you don't even have to know HTML. You can create links inside of a post editor, inside of a blog post, and just copy the HTML over here. So let's just say click here, boom. So we have a just basic ad, not really honestly that compelling, just is really cool stuff, am I right? Click here. So we click save, and then let's go back over to the front of the website and find the sticky bar. So if we click into Hello World, this first blog post we have here, right there at the top, you have this bar that follows people. That's why they call it sticky. It follows people as they go down the website, as they scroll. And here you have a link, you have whatever you type, so really cool stuff. Am I right? Click here. And this allows you to promote whatever you've got going on every post on your website. So let's say, for example, that you're doing a workshop today on how to use the tribe theme. So you could go back here and you can change the sticky bar so that it says live tribe theme demo today. Click here to learn more. Now, you could have 500 or 1,000 blog posts on your website, none of them about tribe theme or about live webinars. And every single blog post that someone goes to read, as long as you have the sticky bar activated, will have this bar at the top. So it's kind of like an ad that you control across your whole website that's still text-centric. It still matches the rest of the design of the website, but allows you to promote anything you want. You can put links here. You can create buttons. Anything that you could do in a basic post editor, you can also do here in the sticky bar. Okay, so that's one of my favorite features of the Tribe theme. But another one that's really popular is this feature box. So let's go ahead and enable that and set that up. So we can say right here, okay, I guess I should clarify what the feature box is. I'll start by showing it to you on Jeff Goins' website. So if you look on a single one of his posts, I believe, oh no, he doesn't have it there. Okay, well, I'm not sure where he has it on his website, so let me just show you it on our website here while we create it. So if you click Change Image, here you can control what image is here, but this appears usually at the top of your blog index to say, here's something that you might be interested in opting in to learn more. It's usually a great place for an email form, but it doesn't have to be. You can put whatever you want here that would appear at the top of, typically, your blog index page, so that people, when they're looking at your blog post, they also see some sort of call to action on the top. So here we'll include the title, and we'll just say, want to learn more. And then we'll say, enter your information below to subscribe. So very basic here, and we'll just save that. And you'll see how easy that was to set up, right? If you're not using MailChimp, there's actually normally a box that appears here, and you would just paste the code from your for your form from whatever service you use, whether it's ConvertKit, which is what we use, or Infusionsoft, MailChimp, Aweber. If you're trying to grow your email list, you're typically familiar with those software. So we've done that, and now let's go ahead and go back to the front end of the website, and we'll actually have to go back to the home page here, and boom, there you go. See what we just created? It's already here. It's big. It's bold. We've got an image there that's compelling, draws people in, and then you've got a form right here where people can subscribe to join your email list. So as they're looking at your list of posts, right there at the top, they have your feature box. Now, maybe your focus isn't growing your email list right now. Maybe it's selling a book, or maybe it's getting people to read your most popular post, or maybe it's getting them to follow some sort of challenge, like to go out and do something and take a picture of it. Whatever that is, you can put that right here in your feature box. So when people go to your blog page, that's what they see right there at the top. And you'll see it still blends in with the rest of the design here on the website. Of course, you can customize things like the colors that's in the background and all of that to match your brand, but the default looks pretty good. Okay, so I've showed you the sticky bar, I've shown you the featured area, and I've shown you some of the basic theme settings. There's one more thing I want to make sure I show you before we really dig into questions and some of the special offers that are available today. And that is this page right here. Now this is called the squeeze page. Jeff Goins uses this as a welcome page on his website. So the first time anyone goes to goinswetter.com, this is what they see. They don't see a link to blog posts. They see his face and a call to action to join his email list right there at the top. Now when you scroll down, you'll notice there's a number of different testimonials here saying why you should listen to his stuff. Like these are some popular bloggers here. Darren Rouse, Michael Hyatt, really popular people saying good things about Jeff Goins. So if you don't know who he is, now you're willing to take him a little more seriously. So the first thing at the top is this email address opt-in and a little bit of information. As people scroll down, you'll see at the bottom is where you have links to things like read his blog, listen to his podcast, visit him on one of his social media sites. It's a very simple website. It's a very simple page And it also only takes a few minutes to set up. And to prove that, I'm going to create one right now. So let's go back over to our demo site. And let's say that we want to create a new page, right? So we'll go over here to create a new page. And the first thing you'll see, give it a second to load, is that over here on the right, there is a template option. If you click this, you'll see right there you've got a squeeze option. So you click squeeze. Now you will have to give this a name. We'll just call it welcome. And then once this finishes loading, you want to go ahead and click publish. Even though you don't have any content in here yet, just trust me, publish this, or you can save it as a draft if you've got a live website. You don't want people stumbling across this. Totally understand. So when you do that, it's going to refresh the page, and all of a sudden you'll notice you have new options that appear beneath your post editor. So right here you can pick a photo. So let's do that. Let's go to our media library and pick a really great photo of Jeff to be here our photo on the welcome page. You can pick right here some good quotes. So we can say like Jeff Goins is the greatest. I'll put that as from me. And you can add as many as you want. I'll just add one in this situation, in this example. And you can add links to your profiles on various different social media sites. Now these will need to be actual links, not just their username, but actually like twitter.com/notable-themes. You can put in each one of these. And then if you're integrating this with an email list provider, right there we can say, boom, we want there to be a form at the top. Okay, so we've got social, we've got a quote. Maybe we should add another quote just to say, Thomas agrees with me. There we go. That's right, Thomas. You do. All right, so add another quote. So we've got two quotes right there. And let's scroll up. So we've got an image here. Here we can control the box color. Let's make it red. And then here we have the main content. So this is where we might say things like, thank you for visiting my website. I can't wait to share more information with you. Please subscribe. All right, let's make sure we're not forgetting anything. Okay. So, and then we're going to go click update here. And then let's open this in a new tab so we can see what it looks like. And there we go. See, it's very simple, and by default you've got this read the blog page here, which takes people to your blog page. So you've got right there welcome, and this is your basic, this is the title of the page itself. So if you go back here, you'll see you just title it welcome. And there's the form right there to get people to join your list. And then here's a brief message from the author, and then we've got some testimonials. And there's a comment here because I didn't actually put the job title, so we can go ahead and just put that right there in the quotes. You guys can see what that looks like. And let's go ahead and just say welcome to my blog to make this a little bit more, just add a little bit more information there. And this is something that you can very easily set within your theme customizer. You can make this your default homepage. So there we go, welcome to my blog. Boom, sign up right there. And then thank you for visiting my website. I can't wait to share more information with you. Please subscribe. You've got some quotes there, and you can, of course, add or remove as many quotes as you want, links to social media, and people can click through to read the blog itself. So that's the squeeze page, and you can actually create multiple pages using this template. So let's say you wanted to, for example, you're speaking at an event. Let's say you're speaking at a conference, or you're speaking on TV or radio or a podcast about your book. Well, you could create a unique page called like yoursite.com/ and then the name of the organization. So let's just say that you were speaking at, for example, Podcast Movement, which is a popular conference for podcasters. Well, you could create one, and let's say your website is podcastwriter.com. Well, you could create a page that's podcastwriter.com/PM, and while you're on stage at that conference talking about your stuff, you can say, hey guys, I have something really cool for you. Go to podcastwriter.com/PM to sign up and learn more. And this is, you saw how easy this was to set up. So you can set up these squeeze pages for different purposes. You can have unique links to have people go to for different events, to download things, to get on your email list. And so that's the squeeze page right there. So that's most of the tribe theme features we've already gone over. I mean, you'll see we've been going through over tribe theme for maybe 20 minutes, and we've covered almost every possible setting and feature within the theme already. It's designed to be simple and easy to use. And if you look at the front end of this tribe theme website now, the only thing it's missing is content. And that's the goal. If you're a writer, if you love being able to write and get your content out there, then you need something like Tribe Theme, which makes it really easy to create a design that promotes your work. So that's where we're at on that respect. That's Tribe Theme in a nutshell. So I want to get back over here to answer a couple of the common questions we get when we're talking about our themes, because one of the questions we get the most is, what about support? Like, a lot of people get a WordPress theme because they don't want to have a custom website. They don't want to get into really technical stuff. They want to just be able to create content. They want to grow their audience, and they want to do that without having to worry about all the details that goes into that. So all of our products, our themes and plugins, Tribe Theme included, when you purchase them to use on your own, it's a one-time fee. It's a one-time fee, and you get access to that product for life. And that means you get updates every time we fix a bug or release a new feature. And that also means you get access to our knowledge base, which has articles on like how to do certain things with this theme, or video tutorials and that kind of stuff. However, if you want us to hold your hand through the process and email back and forth about every issue you have, every question you have, and actually walk you through that, that's what our Notable Care package is for. And this is a service package we've created which gives people really a VIP treatment, and it covers all of our platforms. So if you buy any of our themes or any of our plugins, they all fall under one Notable Care subscription. Of course, it's totally optional. I only mention it now because I want to make sure you guys know going into this that Notable Care is a separate product. It's also fairly cheap. At this point, we're actually only charging $9 a month or $97 a year for Notable Care. And like I mentioned, this is not a pitch for Notable Care. This is just me making sure that you know what to expect as you're going into this. So I would love to talk about one of the bundle that we put together today, this Tribe Theme bundle, where we're going to be talking about a number of different things we put together that we think go really well with the Tribe theme that you can learn more about. Before we get to that, though, I did notice there's a few different questions about the blurry video. I do apologize. Sometimes that happens with the software we're using, Google Hangouts on Air, for this workshop. If you refresh your website real quick, if you refresh notablethemes.com/live, sometimes that fixes it. If not, I am sorry about the blurry video. Sometimes that does happen. But I just wanted to address that real quick before I moved on. So, guys, every time I go over this stuff, as you have questions, post those in the chat. Thomas will be available to help with some of those, and he's also making a note and saving some of those so we can talk about those at the end of our workshop here. Okay, so I want to talk about Notable Care, but I also want to talk about our Tribe Theme bundle, which is something we put together specifically because Tribe Theme is still very new to us, and we want to get this out to you guys and make it really a no-brainer for you guys to sign up and start using it. So we've put together a special offer that, of course, includes Tribe Theme. Like I mentioned, if you do purchase Tribe Theme, if you just sign up for it, your license lasts forever. You get lifetime updates from then on. But we're also throwing in a couple of different bonuses. If you sign up within the next few days for Notable Care, and there's going to be an offer that's specific for today at the end, but some of these bonuses will stick around. The first thing that we're going to give you for free is Thomas's course called Mastering WordPress. And this is a course that does exactly what it says. It gives you video tutorials for mastering WordPress. So there are a lot of things that we create content for Tribe Theme to say, like, answer common questions about which settings control which things within the theme. But mastering WordPress itself goes deeper because there's a lot of stuff that's basic to WordPress, the software, it's not specific to our theme that we don't always cover. So Thomas sells this course on his website. You can go look right now at RileyDesigned.com and find this. And it's normally $197 to get access to the course. Well, we're throwing it in for free. But that's not all. I also have a course of my own called ConvertKit Quick Start. Now, this is a course, and many of you guys may have heard of ConvertKit, some of you may have not, but it's our favorite email marketing software, and it's quickly becoming the preferred email marketing software for bloggers. So ConvertKit Quick Start is a small course that walks you through moving over from whatever service you're already using, well, MailChimp, Aweber, etc., or starting from scratch. But it allows you to go from having no setup with ConvertKit whatsoever to setting up your account, getting your forms, your landing pages, and your subscribers, and your first broadcast email all set up and finished within an hour or less. So it's really designed to be a quick start. It's really designed to just shave time off the process. It also does include a free month of ConvertKit. So that's a course that, again, I sell that on my website right now. If you go to johnmeese.me, you can find links to that. But it's normally $97, and I decided I want to throw that in too, because these two things together, they work really well. Because we're saying, look, TribeTheme by itself is a software that'll help you grow a blog, but you need to get to know WordPress, right? You need to get to know all the different rigmarole that goes into the back end of what makes WordPress WordPress, and how do you get the technical stuff out of the way, which is why you need this course. But you also need to know how to get started with growing your email list, because email is where, if you haven't heard, that is where success lives in the online world. If you want to make a living from your writing, from teaching what you love, that's where ConvertKit Quick Start comes in. And that's where we'll ConvertKit, and then my course, which just helps you get started. So this TribeTheme bundle is something that if you were to buy all three of these separately, if you were to buy TribeTheme by itself, and if you were to buy our Mastering WordPress course and ConvertKit Quick Start, all three together would normally be $491. And you can do that. If you want to buy them separately, you can. But we're actually offering a TribeTheme bundle right now of all three together for $197. If you purchase TribeTheme, you will get those other two bonuses for free. But that's not all. If you're watching the replay, that is all, but that's still a great offer. But if you guys are watching this live, we've actually put together an offer specific to those of you guys that are here live. And what that is for the next 15 minutes that you're on this call, we're going to give you a special offer. You still get the bonus offers. You still get ConvertKit Quick Start. You still get Mastering WordPress. You still get TribeTheme. But you also get a 20% discount off of that whole package. So normally it would be $197 for that bonus, but now it would be 20% less than that. So right now, if you look beneath the video and above the chat, you should have just seen a button appear that says Get TribeTheme. If you don't see it, just wait a moment, it will appear. And if you click that, this actually gives you a special offer that is unique to this page. Like if you go to the themes page on our website, you can see that the price is $197 right now for this theme. And we have had people buying it at that price. But since you guys are live on here, and this is the first time we've done one of these demo workshops, we wanted to do something special to really recognize you guys and thank you for being a part of this. So if you're on here live, click that Get TribeTheme button, and you will see an unbeatable offer, the lowest price available for TribeTheme, and it includes all those bonuses. So I just checked that 20% off discount means that the total would be $157.60. So that's a huge difference, especially if you're just getting started out and you know that, remember, this is not $157 a year. This is one time. This is you get lifetime access to this theme. So I think that's a great place to kind of slow down a little bit and talk about some of the questions we've had going on in the chat. So if you have any questions about TribeTheme, about notable themes, about notable care, or about the TribeTheme bundle that we're offering you right now, go ahead and post your questions in the chat right there, and I'll be happy to talk about those now. So Thomas, I know, has been answering a lot of those questions, but he's also been sending me some of the best ones that would be really helpful because we think that that would relate to a lot of different people that we can talk about now. And then if you guys have any other questions, please add those, and we'll talk about those as well. And one thing I do want to touch, I want to circle back to this 15 minutes. This is true, as in 15 minutes, like right now it is 1:40 or 1:38 p.m. Central Time. In 15 minutes, we're going to change this back to the full price of $197. So if you're watching the replay or if you decide to buy after the 15 minutes are up, you can still get those bonuses. However, you will not get the 20% discount. And those bonuses will be going away in just a few days. That's just a very short-term offer. Okay, so one of the first questions I want to talk about is actually the one that this was actually just posted from Nam Johnson directly there in the chat. I think it's a great question, which talks about notable care. So the question is, can notable theme owners buy notable care on a monthly as needed basis instead of an annual commitment? And the answer is yes. you can buy Notable Care on a monthly. That's why we have those two options. So if you were to purchase Notable Care once you buy one of our products, that gives you access to VIP support and all of that. And those there's a discount for paying it for a year, but you don't have to. If you were paying $97 a year, you get access to support for the whole year. If you pay $9 a month, you would just get support for each month that you pay. But you can wait and pay for it on an as-needed basis if you wish. You do that knowing that you're going to pay a little bit more per month. So I hope that answers your question, Naum. If you have any other questions related to that, please post that in there. So, and then I'm going to go answer a couple of these other questions while I go through this. Thomas, if you could look up real quick the links to the bonuses that we talked about, Mastering WordPress and ConvertKit Quick Start, and post those in the chat, that would be great, because I see there are a couple people asking about more information about those bonuses. Okay, so here's another one. Now, somebody asked, can you compare Tribe theme with Michael Hyatt's platform theme? Just wondering how they are different. I think that's a great question. And in part because I actually use Michael Hyatt's Get Noticed theme right now, and that's what got me started into the WordPress world, really. And the main difference, I would say, is really just the focus on how you want to build your brand. And we actually have another WordPress theme we sell called Mentoris. Mentoris is a somewhat similar design to the Get Noticed theme, although it's a lot more simplistic, and it's meant to be set up in just a few minutes or maybe an hour at the back end. Get Noticed theme is a lot more photo rich and a lot more design heavy. So I'll actually just show you an example real quick by bringing up my blog so you can see an example of the Get Noticed theme in action, because that was one of the questions, was to compare them. So Master the Elements of Online Business is my blog that's using Get Noticed theme. You'll notice it's not as much, the text is here, but there's a lot more colors and design. It's really just a different approach to actually building your platform. And there's a lot of pictures. Text is not the focus. It's not only meant for writers. It's meant for people that want to build a personal brand. And while that may include writers, that's not the primary focus. Now we have, like I mentioned, we have a theme in Taurus, which has a somewhat similar design. But it really comes down to preference at that point between the difference between whether you want something like Tribe theme, which is very simplistic, or very minimalist design, and that's really the word that describes it, it's minimalist design, or whether you want something like Mentoris or the Get Noticed theme that has one of these design-heavy, it's a design-heavy website. So I hope that helps just give a little bit of the difference in there. And like I mentioned, we have Mentoris. Like the whole purpose of us creating these niche-specific themes is that we want to be able to offer things for different niches depending upon what you're looking for. And in this case, Mentoris is an option, Tribe theme is an option, but they're very different themes. So it really just depends on what you want, what you're looking for to grow your platform. So I want to answer some of the other questions here. So I'm going to go back through and read through some of these questions. While I do that, please go ahead and if you have any more questions regarding anything I just said or anything we haven't covered yet, then please post that in the chat so we can make sure that we address those questions today. Of course, if we don't get to your question today and you still have a question that we don't have unanswered, you can always send an email to hello@notablethemes.com, and myself or Thomas will answer and be happy to help out. You can also find us on Twitter at @NotableThemes. Okay, so I'm going to go back through some of these other questions to see what we have not covered yet. So I want to thank you guys. I can already see that a few different people have already jumped in on that Tribe theme bundle. We've so far had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people already jump in on that, so that is awesome. So I just want to say thanks guys for jumping in. We're excited to see that you guys are going to be using Tribe theme. We're excited to help you do it because we have a lot of plans for how to continue to improve the product. So going back over to the questions that you guys have, let's see. So someone said, please share how you determined and why you chose the theme layout. So I mentioned this a minute ago, but I want to just go into this a little bit deeper. As you can see, like with Tribe theme, whether it's got the way Jeff Goyes has it on his website, it's optimized to really make typography the focus. Your text is the focus. And so it's a preference thing. There's a lot of different ways to present websites online. If every website looked the same, the internet would be very boring. But it's a very minimalist design, and Tribe theme is designed to stay that way while still allowing you to customize colors, opt-ins, promotions, and that kind of stuff. Okay, so Oh, here's a good question. Someone said, can you, Nam said this, can or will you guys make a copy of this presentation for us to refer back to after? And yes, that's true. Those of you guys that are watching live, we'll be actually planning to send an email out tomorrow with a link to the replay video, so anyone can go back and watch that. Now, of course, if you're watching this replay, you already know that because you're here. But this will be something that we'll keep around for other users to use. We'll keep this in our library of resources, and we're planning to continue to create more tutorials to help people use TribeTheme. Great. So one of the questions was about social icons. So like currently there are only certain social icons are included, like the the Google Plus logo is there, Instagram's in there, or I'm sorry, Instagram's not, but Twitter and Facebook are the main ones that are in the theme. One of the questions was if we plan to add more, and the answer is yes. The next update to TribeTheme, we're still finalizing what exactly will be included in our next update, but one of the things we've already decided we want to do is update some of the social icons. So you include some of the more popular social platforms like Pinterest and Instagram, and we'll evaluate each one of those when we go through that process. So we want to make sure this is flexible. You don't have to, of course, use, like if you're not on Pinterest, you don't have to have a Pinterest button there. But we want to make sure that you have that option depending upon what you're looking to do. Okay, so someone said, another good question from Nam. Well, here actually real quick from Rhetoricash. She said, hi, I just purchased the TribeTheme less than 48 hours ago on Monday. Is there any chance you can make these free items available to me? And I would say yes. Rhetoricat, if you could shoot me an email at hello@notablethemes.com, and we'll make sure that you get the same bonuses. We'll be happy to offer that. We've only been actually selling TribeTheme for, I think, about a week now. And so this is still something that's very new for us. And so we're happy to continue to offer that bonus for any of you guys that joined before we mentioned this TribeTheme bundle. All right. One more question from Nam. Nam, thank you for asking such great questions. It says, which notable theme would work best for both print-heavy but also video-heavy? Does any notable theme come with learning module plugins for those wanting or planning to use their site for instruction groups also? That's a great question. There's kind of two pieces to that, so I'll address the first one first, which said, hey, both print-heavy, but you want to use videos. So TribeTheme and Mentorus, all of our themes are designed to allow you to feature videos as well as text, so you can embed videos on your website. Within Mentorus, we do actually have a video mini post. Like you can see right here, you'll notice that instead of where you would normally see an image, well, there's the video right there with text beneath it. And it's just this is just on our demo website for Mentorus. But within TribeTheme, you can still embed a video within any post or any page. That's no problem at all. So it's a stylistic design preference. And the second question was about, does any notable theme come with learning module plugins for those wanting or planning to use their site for instruction groups? So if by instruction groups, I'm going to assume you mean either a free or a paid community where people may go through a one-time course or watch a video tutorial or other related services. Now, if you go to learn.jamis.me, you'll see actually I have something like this myself. This is not something that we've implemented just yet on Notable Themes, but we do support all of the most common plugins for this purpose. So the one that I use personally is Zippy Courses, but if you wanted to use a plugin that's not from us to actually create like a membership site or to sell a course, those should work very well with our themes, and if they don't, of course, we're happy to help you troubleshoot it. We've actually talked about in the future possibly releasing a theme that's specifically built for this purpose, but that's not something that we have done just yet. So once again, if you want to check out how I've created that, and this isn't directly the Tribe theme, but it was a good question. If you want to see how I've created a learning library with both free and paid tutorials using Zippy Courses, go to learn.jamis.me. Okay, so back to Tribe theme and notable themes. Again, if you guys have any more questions, please post those in here. We'd love to help you guys move on to this platform because it's so simple to use and allows you to get your writing out there. Okay, I'm going to go through some of these other questions real quick. And I want to just, one thing I'll do is real quick, I'm going to go back over the bonuses just so we can talk about this for a second because there were a couple questions about that. So the first bonus right now, if you sign up for Tribe Theme during this promotion, is you get access to Mastering WordPress for free. Now this is a course that Thomas created on his own platform, RileyDesign.com, which allows him to It's a course that walks you through all the basic WordPress stuff. So things like how do I edit posts and pages? How do I customize the menus? Basic settings within WordPress. What do these settings even mean? Stuff that may come across as very technical. Thomas has a knack for breaking that down and simplifying it. So that's a course that you get for free if you sign up during this promotion for Tribe Theme. So the second product here that you also get as a bonus is my own ConvertKit Quick Start course. And you can learn about that at johnmeese.me, but it's a course that I've put together to walk you through setting up your email marketing platform using ConvertKit in 1 hour or less. So it's meant to be super quick. It's meant to just walk you through getting everything started, switching over from an existing provider. ConvertKit itself is a software that my course is about, and the course does include a free trial of ConvertKit for a free month if you don't have an account yet of your own. But it helps you make sure that you're setting everything up right, you're not missing any steps, and just do that as quick as possible. And ConvertKit is the fastest growing by far email marketing platform specifically meant for bloggers, for people who want to teach what they know, and then build a business off of that. So it's a really cool platform that all the emails you're getting from Notable Themes, we use ConvertKit for that. So if you want to look back and see an example of how those work. So this course is normally $97 by itself, but you're getting that for free. So all three of those together, you've got the Tribe theme plus those two bonuses, are worth $491 if you were to buy them separately. But we're offering this for an incredible deal. We're giving you those bonuses for free. Tribe theme itself is $197, and then if you guys are still on the call, there's about 5 minutes left where you can get that extra 20% discount. So I'll say that again, there's only 5 minutes left. So if you want to get that extra 20% discount, now is your chance. You can still get Tribe Theme later, but not at this is the lowest price we'll ever offer for Tribe Theme. Okay, so I'm going to look back through and see if you have any other questions. Please feel free to post any other questions you have here. We're still hanging out for a little bit to help out. Okay, so yeah, one of the questions was about the EU's value-added tax. I guess that may have caused an issue in the purchase. Yeah, just send us an email. We'll be happy to help any way we can, but of course, we can't void taxes. That's just a legal thing, but we'll be happy to help any way that we can. All right, so yeah, hello@notablethemes.com is where you can ask any more questions we have. We're also on Twitter at @notablethemes. Oh, here's another good question. Brian Ferguson just asked, can Tribe Theme use WooCommerce? Now, many of you may or may not know, WooCommerce is a plugin designed to allow you to sell your products, and it's an e-commerce platform that's built onto WordPress itself. You shouldn't have an issue selling anything with WooCommerce on Tribe Theme. I know Thomas may be able to speak to that. He has a lot more experience with WooCommerce itself, but we support all major plugins, and that would include one of those. However, I would also say it'd be good to know what you want to use WooCommerce for, because Tribe Theme is really meant to be for writing, for getting your stuff out there, and not necessarily an e-commerce store per se. But if you're using WooCommerce for things like selling an ebook or a course or something like that, then yeah, that would definitely make sense. But not necessarily selling a whole bunch of paraphernalia or books or journals and that kind of stuff. So I hope that answers your question. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and log off here, but we're going to stick around the chat for a few minutes. There's only 2 minutes left where we're going to honor that 20% off discount. So I encourage you to jump on and get that. And as always, if you have any other questions, please give us a shout out. I'll show you my face so we'll sign off with personality. So give us a shout out at hello@notablethemes.com or on Twitter @notablethemes if there's anything that we can help you with. Thomas, you want any final words, anything else you want to leave before we sign off?
No, just want to say thanks you guys for jumping on and finding out a little bit more about Notable Themes and as well as Tribe Themes. So it's great to be able to meet all you guys and see you in the chat, and I look forward to being able to serve you in the future.
Yeah. Totally agree, Thomas. And those of you guys that joined, we'll immediately be jumping over to help you guys onboard with Tribe Theme and make sure you guys get the most of it. These guys that haven't joined yet, one last call. If you have questions, shoot them to hello@notablethemes.com. And we'll be turning off that 20% discount in just a minute. If you're watching the replay, though, you can go ahead and you can still just click that button to buy a tribe theme with the bonus offer, as long as the account it hasn't expired. But you won't get the discount. Sorry. So thanks you guys for joining us live, and thanks you guys that are watching the replay, and we'll see you on the interwebs. Take care.